CFA Nation? Gabe. And I'm here today to bring you another installment of R3 Wickets Super Sunday edition. Right now, you see me wearing the shades because I'm feeling myself, feeling myself. CSK putting in work, beating my other squad, KKR, but it's all good. Top of the points table. And then the second game we're going to be discussing, RCB, who I did pick as well, putting in work, pretty much knocking Mumbai out of the playoffs, guys. So let's get to it right now without further ado. So let's first talk about this first game, all right? CSK versus KKR. I had to go back and watch the recap because it started like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. My time, I didn't even get up till about 6 o'clock, 6:15. But by the time I came on, I honestly thought KKR's got this game in the bag, okay? KKR came to play, and if anything, you know, we're going to talk about what I like, what we didn't like, but KKR had this game won, if not for a few unfortunate circumstances or unfortunate reasons, but it just shows that they're for real. They're not just beating up on the bottom of the table, and KKR will definitely, I mean, Nick called it last year, or when we first did our preseason ranks and our preseason predictions. Nick said they're going to win a championship. I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked. But he was absolutely right, guys. He put in that work. Holy cow. And the work paid off. The research he did paid off. This team is a different team. This team, KKR, is a different team. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. You know, KKR dominated early, okay? So what I liked, all right? What did I like? Guys, on the KKR side, I like the fact that they're real. I like the fact that they got contributions from all the batsmen. Okay, it's not just the top order, or in this case, usually it's the bottom order with KKR, even though the bottom order, once again, came through strong, 37, 20, and 26 for the bottom order. But you got 45 from Chapati and 18 from Iyer, right? Because their top orders normally doesn't last. So that's a good sign, right? That's a really, really good sign. What else did I like? The bowling. Oh, man. I don't know what's going on, but Sunil Narayan is a different guy this year. He was a little expensive with 41 runs, but he got 3 wickets, masterful wickets. I love Sunil Narayan. Okay, Loki Ferguson, 4 overs, 33 runs, got himself a wicket as well. Chakravarti, 4 overs, 22 runs, the least expensive, and got himself a wicket. Again, he was also part of that run out. Andre Russell, 3 overs, 28 runs, got himself a wicket. Going to talk about him later when I talk about what I didn't like. But man, it was impressive. It was an all-around effort, and you thought that these guys were going to pull out the win. Unfortunately, it did not happen. So Sunil Narayan, man, if he's bowling like this, I don't know how the West Indies leave him out of the side, because this is what you're going to need. This is the same grounds we're playing on, guys. These are the same grounds we're playing on. So he's got to make the side somehow. He's got to make the side somehow. He has proven he's back. He's getting wickets. So it is fabulous, all right? Really, fabulous. They should have been in a position to win this game. They really should have. They put up a $171, and you think that's got to be enough. That's got to be enough, especially once you got into the second innings and wickets started falling. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough because even though Gaikwad, Faf, and Moeen Ali put up some runs after they fell, Ambathu Raidu bowled out by Narayan. So this Shriner ran out by Chakravarti and Chapati. He went for the run. Dhoni, made it safely. Like Nitish Rana runs slow, man. That age was catching up on him. And you thought it was done there. But Jadeja pulled it out with a huge over. Now, to what I didn't like. What I didn't like. First and foremost, on the CSK side, what I did not like. The run out by Reina was ugly. You know, you've got to know who you are. And I get it. You want to stretch. You don't want to leave a single out there. But you can't get ran out over a single. Reina won the last game for us, right? Playing spin. All right? He could have just easily taken one there, say, no. I think Dhoni might have called for it. But if it's not in you, it's not in you there. And that was a questionable decision, both on the part of Suresh Raina and Dhoni, right? MS Dhoni. With that being said, they won, so that's not the biggest issue. The biggest issue was Bravo getting hurt, the champion. All right? Last game, I guess they say he pulled something, had a little niggle. So today, and I told you guys this before, go back and check the last 3 wickets. If Sam Curran comes in, Sam Curran is going to be coming in. He's coming in for Dwayne Bravo. DJ Bravo, excuse me. and he came in and got absolutely pumped. Hootie! 56 runs in 4 overs. Oh, join the many, the Chris Jordans of the world. Oh, the Ngidis of the world. Oh, and the Uda Cats in the world. He just joined in the academy. Oh, it was ugly. He also had a no ball and 2 wides. He looked out of form. And I say that to say that a lot of the English players haven't played in a while. They weren't part of the international test team, right? Or even the ODI squad. So I'm concerned. Sam Curran needs to get some games in before the playoffs because we can't count on a guy that's out of form like this. He is absolutely out of form, and that was ugly. That's what I hated. Wasn't much not to like. Okay, excuse me. What did I hate on the KKR side? Really simple, okay? Outside of Shubman Gill's ugly run out, guys. Ugly run out. There's no excuse to that run out. And it's so early. Why push for a run there that early? It doesn't make sense to me, okay? But what did I really, really hate? 2 things, okay? Number one, honestly, KKR wins this game if Andre Russell doesn't get hurt. Andre Russell went down 4 for 41 with 3 for 28 with a wicket, and he still had an over left. He would normally be bowling in the depth there, but unfortunately, he's not fit, and that's always been a knock on Andre Russell. He always gets hurt. I don't want to see him play again unless it's like a championship game or maybe in the playoff, right? The qualifying stages. But for right now, the next 3 games, they're deep enough where they don't need Andre Russell. Let him heal because the West Indies needs him. They need him badly for the World T20 Cup, okay? So please, 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 Andre Russell, heal up. Hopefully, good thoughts and prayers going your way, all right? What else didn't I like? The captain, Owen Morgan. Now, I get it. You don't expect Paresh Krishna to go out there and get pumped in that order. And until that over, he had been doing fine. But Krishna, A, suffers from the most no balls, right? He's got like 9 or 10 this year. And B, Krishna just to me isn't, I don't know, man. He did well recently, but you put him out there, you stick with the decision. I think his hand was forced because Andre Russell was hurt, right? Krishna got absolutely pumped. Absolutely pumped. You got to make better decisions. I don't understand bowling the full toss there, okay? Bowler wide, you still way ahead, right? Just don't give Jadeja an opportunity to extend his hands and pump you. I don't understand that. Try a different length. Try a shorter ball. But he just did not know what to do and played right into the hands of the left-hander Jadeja, and Jadeja absolutely made him pay for it with 22 runs in that over. You can't do it. So even though you didn't get hootied for the game, you got hootied in that over. Forget about a big over. They say a big over is 15. You gave up 22. You gave up the game. You gave it the game. Oh, so disappointed. So disappointed. With that being said, though, what did I learn? I learned that KKR's for real, guys. KKR's for real. You better believe it. All right. They had CSK on the ropes. And if not for the injury to Russell's bowling in the depth there, they probably use Paresh Krishna a little bit earlier. And this is a completely different game. I think Russell handles Jadeja way differently in that over, okay? Or maybe at that point, so then the Ryan might have come in early and then they both Robinson on the 19th. Either way, the 20th. Either way, it forced Owen Morgan's hand, but this team is absolutely real. It is real, KKR. I wasn't even putting them in the playoffs this year. Nick did so at the beginning of the year, the season. So hats off to my partner in crime. He made the call. That's what I learned on the KKR side. What did I learn on CSK side? We already knew they were deep. Okay? We already know that they've qualified at this point. They're at the top of the table. What I learned, though, is that CSK has a little bit of an issue. I know you want consistency in your lineup, but Dwayne Bravo or DJ Bravo is also an older guy, right? We saw this last year. He was injured a little bit. If Sam Curran's going to be his backup, they got to figure out a way to get Sam Curran into the side to get him ready. Everybody else is doing their job. Chahar's doing his job. Hazelwood, even though he was kind of expensive, 10 runs and over average, still 2 wickets. You can deal with that. The core, same thing. No, the core actually had only 20 runs given to Lord the core. Oh, Lord the core. Jadeja, I mean, they're so deep, okay, that on any given day, somebody else can win you the game. All right. Last game, Jadeja didn't even bat. This game, Jadeja had to win the game for them. Okay. And to me, I think that that's their biggest issue. And I think Dhoni has to really think about moving forward. What are we going to do? How how are we going to get Sam Curran in the side? Because we saw last year he's valuable, especially with his stick. Occasionally, maybe, I mean, I wouldn't hate to say to sit a the core or even a Hazelwood, but we got to get him in the side, especially once we lock up a playoff spot and maybe the number one seed, we get him in there to get some more games. I don't know. They got to figure that out. With that being said, all right, with that being said, those are my thoughts on this game. I want to now jump immediately into game number 2. That's right, game number 2, because it's a double hitter, baby. RCB and Mumbai Indians. I selected Virat Kohli as my captain, saying I don't think they're going to fall. They can't go 0-3. They're still in the playoff hunt. I know Kohli's going through a lot personally. And again, Kohli came out and gave you a half century. Now, some people were complaining about a 121 strike rate. Listen, guys. He gave you a half century. He lasted, especially when David Patticle, who I'll talk about in a little bit, lost his wicket really, really early. It put him in a position where he knew he had to play a little bit slower, let other guys get involved. So I think he played it well. He was masterful. With that being said, guys, quick synopsis of this game. You know, everybody thought that RCB was about 20 runs short, but come to find out, they weren't 20 runs short because they beat the Mumbai Indians by 54 runs. You know, carving a huge debt into that net run rate, which may come into play when it comes to playoff seeding. And honestly, it was the middle order. The middle order, somebody made a joke, 2 Pandias and a Pollard equals 20 runs right now. And honestly, it wasn't much more than that. Like, it's bad. The middle order is bad, and you can throw Ishan Kishan in there as well. Okay, it's been rough. And right now, if Rohit and Quinton de Kock do not put in work, guys, they're in trouble. They got to combine for at least half century apiece. No, 40, 50 runs apiece. And then they're going to win because the bottom order cannot hold their own weight. It is pathetic. It is pathetic. And we're going to talk about that shortly. But RCB wins by 54 runs. Congratulations, RCB fans. Let's get into this game right now. So Virat Kohli, as I mentioned, what did I like Virat Kohli? He was a captain on my team. Virat Kohli not only got 51 runs, 42 balls, 121 strike rate, but he opened the game because he has to push himself up there earlier, and that's an important thing, right? Because again, they've lost ABD as far as a wicket keeper, so they have to put in Bahat behind the plate, or behind the stumps, I should say. And today it worked out, right? Today it worked out, but we've seen where the bottom order doesn't really help. So Virat Kohli, I think, in my opinion, played a masterful innings. He did what he had to do, got that half century, and got his team in a position to win the game. Everybody was I called it 170. It was at 165, guys. 5 runs short, not 20 as I was thinking, but that's got to be enough. That's got to be enough because this team, the bowling, cannot continue to let them down over and over and over again. And honestly, that's what happens, okay? Virat Kohli also contributed with getting a catch, okay? He ended up catching Hardik Pandya, and Hardik Pandya was part of that, we won't mention it right now, but he was part of a huge inning for Harshal, so we'll talk about that in a little bit. But, man, Virat Kohli put in work. What else did I love? The Big Show, 56 runs on 37 balls, a 151 strike rate. My man put in work. Also the big scorer here, along with Bahat, who I liked because as a wicketkeeper, he's got to do something. ABD is not right, guys. That's why he hasn't been keeping. This is 3 games in a row. His 3 games, the lines, 0, 11, 11. You can just tell he's not moving the way he normally does, and that's disappointing, unfortunately, for ABD. Age does catch up with us all, so I'm not going to harp too much on his performance, but again, I loved what those 3 batsmen did, and Kohli, Bahat, and Glenn Maxwell. What did I really like, though? The bowling. And I know that Maxwell won man of the match, but I wanted to give it to Harshal Patel so bad because my man got himself not 3 wickets, which I saw the hat trick, 3 wickets, baby, but he got himself 4 wickets. He got himself a 4-fer, a quad wicket. Are we going to call it a quad wicket? Give us a name. Should we call it a 4-fer? Should we call it a quad wicket? I don't know. We got to come up with something fun for it. But 4 wickets on a 540 economy rate, really, he went 3 overs and just 1 ball, 17 runs. The guy was masterful. Purple people eater. Harshal Patel, the purple people eater, all right, purple cap holder right now. The guy's a savage. Nobody's going to beat him. He's at 23 wickets right now. The guy will win the purple cap this year unless something unforeseen happens, like injury. Knock on wood, it doesn't happen, okay? What else did I like as far as the bowling? Chahal! Chahal had gotten kicked to the curb, all right? You can't even make the T20 side. Chahal said, really? Well, Chahal was the only one to get a wicket last game, and then today, 4 overs, 1 maiden, by the way, a wicket maiden, and 11 runs. My man put in work, 3 wickets for Chahal, all right, 4 overs, a maiden wicket over, 11 runs, and 3 wickets total. The guy was on fire. The bowling was amazing. Again, Chahal getting huge wickets there, along with Harshal Patel towards the end. And Harshal Patel got Pollard, which is why I'm giving him so much credit. He got the last of the Mohicans. It was Pollard, and then again they had Pandya. After that, it was a lot of bowlers, but he got the 2 biggest wickets, right? But Chahal also got some huge wickets. He got Quinton de Kock, who, if you let Quinton de Kock go off, he's been carrying this team, all right? He also ended up, he got the first wicket of this game, as a matter of fact. So that kind of broke that opening partnership between Rohit Sharma and Quinton de Kock. He also ended up getting Ishan Kishan, which honestly, Kishan doesn't look good right now, so it's probably not the hardest thing to do. But he got Ishan Kishan. I'm loving me some Chahal. The guy's a savage. And of course, yeah, he bowled out Bumrah in that maiden wicket over. But what else did I like, guys? What else did I like as far as the bowling is concerned from this time? All right, Glenn Maxwell contributed. This is why people went nuts for him, because they knew that the IPL was supposed to be spin friendly this year because it was going to be in India. They figured the tracks were going to be pitching, so he went for Paddy Cummins money. He went for a whole bunch. It was a bidding war between CSK and RCB. RCB won him 4 overs, 23 runs, 2 wickets, won the man of the match. It was absolutely impressive. And don't forget about my boy Lord Siraj. Oh, Lord Siraj, 3 overs, 15 runs, 5 economy rate with a wicket. The bowling was spectacular, and all we need is one of the foreign bowlers. Let me get Kyle Jamieson or Daniel Christensen. You know, Kyle Jamieson, 22 overs, only 22 runs, right? So about 11, but didn't get a wicket. They didn't even trust putting them back out there. So that was really interesting to me. Daniel Christensen. What else did I like? I like captaincy, and I'm going to talk about this, what I learned a little bit as well. But Kohli brings out Daniel Christensen, and I was losing my mind, people. Like, what are you doing? What, Kohli, are you trying to lose this game against Pollard? Apparently, I didn't know that Daniel Christensen has dismissed Pollard 4 times or 5 times. And this weird action he has when he faces Pollard, he's almost off balance when he throws the ball. I don't know how that's a legal delivery, by the way. Just saying. But Pollard could not touch him. I think he conceded 6 runs in an over, only singles. That was a huge play there by Kohli. It was he ate an over up, didn't get hurt, right? Wasn't a huge over, didn't get the wicket, but that is good captaincy. That's the kind of things you see from MS Dhoni, is the kind of things you see as far as captaincy goes from Owen Morgan, which is why they're such good captains of their side. And today we start from Virat Kohli. So big ups to you, my friend. Big ups to you, my friend. What did I hate? Let's get to what I hate right now. David Patekle, okay, he struggles against the short ball. We've talked about that, all right? 2 times, struggled against the short ball. He's been dismissed 4 times so far this IPL this season, 2 times in the last 2 games against the short ball. Gets bowled out by Bumrah, okay, or actually bowled and caught by Quinton de Kock. It was more of an edge, not the same short ball where he's backing up, but he's got to go out and attack, and you in the opening partnership cannot go down for a duck. Unacceptable. I absolutely hated it. It was rough to watch, and I like Patekle. I think he could be the next captain. I know he's a youngster, but he could be the next captain for RCB. So I want good things for him. You know, me and Nick love him, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens. What else did I hate on the RCB side? Okay, I gotta say I hated the fact you can see AB de Villiers isn't right, and it's blasphemous almost to think. Well, maybe you sit him, let him get healthy. But this is 3 games he hasn't kept. 3 games that he hasn't been able to break 11, got a duck in one of them. You hate seeing a player's decline. I'm not saying it's a full decline. Maybe it's just a temporary thing. He's out of form. He definitely doesn't look spry out there. So for me, that's a frustrating situation to see a player like that. With that being said, that's all I can say as far as RCB. They went out there. They put up a $165. They did what they had to do. They won. What did I not like on the Mumbai Indians side? We've all been saying it. Okay, maybe not loud enough. Okay, I get it. Hardik Pandya is a great player. Hardik Pandya has a lot of potential. But right now, he's not right, and neither is Krunal Pandya. What have they done to really help Mumbai win so far this year in the IPL, especially this leg of the IPL? It's been bad. It's been bad. 2 Pandyas in a Pollard didn't get you 20. Didn't get you 20. Did it even get you 20? Let's find out. Pandya, 5 runs from Krunal. Hardik's 3 runs, so that's 8 runs. And Pollard, 7 runs. Nope, 15 runs. That is terrible. The middle order is terrible. Ishan Kishan got 9 runs. What I really hated was my man Sky. What is going on with Sky? Oh, Lord Siraj got him. And it wasn't like it was a great ball by Lord Siraj, guys. It was a wide, and you could see Sky reaching across to try to make contact with it. Let it go for a run, but he edged it. It was caught in the slips by, I think it was Jahal that might have caught it as well. Yeah, it was Jahal that caught it. And I'm just like, Sky, I think there's just too much pressure on the middle order. After the openers from Kishan down, Simran Karyavada, Krunal Pandya, Pollard, Hardik, they've all been terrible. You know what? Tiwari has been the best since they got back. And he had a 50 that really was unimpressive because he was taking singles when he should have trying to farm the strike, but I won't even get on that. But this is bad. This is bad. And I absolutely hated it. Hated seeing Sky go down. We'll see what happens, guys. But really, it was a tough thing. What do I also hate about this side? Or what did I also hate about today's game? Okay. And Adam Milne, I know everybody, he almost got hootied. All right. 4 overs, 48 runs. He almost got hootied. Came 2 runs away from a hootie. Everybody keeps telling me that Nathan Coulter-Nile, NCN, is not as good as him. Nathan Coulter-Nile, I can't remember getting hootied last year. Maybe he did because I was so jealous of all the embarrassment of riches that Mumbai Indians had between Pattinson, Bumrah, and Nathan Coulter-Nile. But this is now twice that I feel like Adam Milne's been the most expensive player so far for the Mumbai Indians. And maybe it's time to give Nathan Coulter-Nile a shot back. Okay, again, you got to do something. You got to switch it up. And I know that Mumbai's thing is consistency. They don't panic, but it's time to panic. Because if you lose another game, you're out of the playoffs. This pretty much eliminated you out of the playoffs. But if you lose another one, you're out of the playoffs. No questions asked. No questions asked. Finally, what did I hate? Ishan Kishan, I hate seeing guys get injured, okay? And Ishan Kishan probably had the worst instance of what happened today because he lost 2 wickets in 1 over, and it was he actually scorched the ball. Unfortunately, it hit Rohit Sharma on the wrist. I'm gonna find some reports because Rohit Sharma on the next shot, you saw he lost his hands and then ended up popping it. It should have been a 6, but it went fell a little short. It ended up getting caught by Padikkal on the boundary, and you saw that he couldn't control the bat when he took the swing. So you're thinking to yourself, oh, I hope there's nothing structurally wrong in that wrist. But at the very minimum, it was hurting. I know we were all clowning Ishan Kishan like, oh, man, he had the worst day of all out there because he lost 2 wickets, even though he wasn't bowling, in the same over, his and Rohit Sharma. And then he lost his own wicket to Chahal and Harshit Patel there. So really, it's bad. It's bad, guys, for Ishan Kishan. He's been struggling so far this year too. I want to see Mumbai Indians go deep in the cover and bring some of these other guys they have up there. Make a change for the next game. I'm hoping they make a change because if they don't make a change, at this point, you're gonna expect more of the same. You're gonna expect more of the same. So for me, that was, the wrap up of these 2 games. Super over Sunday. First one came down. It was a nail biter. Came down to 1 run. Almost a super over. Almost an immaculate inning there by KKR and Sunil Narayan. Came up a run short. Jadeja with the heroics. That could be a playoff matchup right there too. CSK and KKR, and I can see why Nick is saying, yeah, these guys have an opportunity to win. They definitely have an opportunity to win. They're up there, and they're for real, guys. They're for real. They're for real. Just saying, all the naysayers that were saying, Gabe, look who KKR is beating. I'm watching. I'll wait. Yeah, they're for real now. Okay. And honestly, on the other side, RCB, I'm happy from, but I'm happy for Kohli because Kohli has taken so much flack, guys, so much heat because of all this garbage going on. The article in the Indian Express, well, if he's going to step down for them T20 team, he should maybe sit down from RCB as captain because that's the most pressure. A couple days later, he steps down. Okay, I don't know if it was voluntary or voluntold, but he's got a lot going on. Then they're talking about, wait, maybe he should give up ODI. Like, this is Virat Kohli, people, all right? One of the most prolific Indian batsmen of all time. The guy's a national treasure. He's a legend already, and I don't understand the hate on the guy, all right? I'm not even a Team India fan. Nick is a big Team India fan. I enjoy watching Indian batsmen. I enjoy their bowlers, especially Bumrah and you guys already know I love me some Lord Siraj. My favorite, Sky. We're on rocky grounds right now. I may have to have a Skype call with Sky tonight. Just saying. I'm still debating if I want to put him on that Sinister Six. I got to think about that. But with that being said, like seriously, guys, when you think about this, man, this team is for real, and I think that the IPL moving forward is going to be a lot of fun, a whole lot of fun. So it's time for what you guys have all been waiting for, what everybody shows up for, the mush pick of the game. So for tomorrow, who am I going to pick as my captain? You got the bottom feeders of the table. Sorry, Hyderabad fans. Versus Rajasthan Royals. And they're playing in Dubai. I asked myself, who's the one guy that could be a game changer? Sanju Samson, I missed that. I had called it, like Nick said, while we were at work, but I never gave him the captaincy. And he just doesn't have good back-to-back performances. So I'm not going to go into that well again. I just don't think so. So who am I going with? Jason Holder. Jason Holder had a huge game recently. I don't know what happened to him in the CPL, but the last 2 games, Jason Holder has been great. He's putting up runs. They need him to put up runs. They absolutely need him to put up runs, and he's getting wickets. He's a great bowler, great all-rounder. They're probably going to bat him realistically in this lineup. I mean, probably at 5. So he's definitely going to get a chance to rake. I mean, he's going to come in behind Warner, Manish Pandey, Ken Williamson, and Saha. But other than that, I'm taking him above Kadir Yadav. I'm taking him above Samir. Jason Holder is going to be the anchor or the tail end. He'll be in the depth trying to score some runs when the top order falls. So I'm going with Jason Holder as my captain tomorrow and as my vice captain, just in case for whatever reason that doesn't work out. Who am I going to go as my vice captain? I'm going with a bowler. That's right. Give me Rashid Khan. Rashid Khan to take wickets. And guess what? I'm going with the upset tomorrow. That's right. Hyderabad. Even though I said I expect Rajasthan Royals to win, but I'm going with the gut. I got a gut feeling that tells me that the Hyderabad is finally going to look somewhat respectable and get a win tomorrow. So, guys, that's it for me today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave the comments below. And until next time, that's 6 runs.